Hello to the viewer of this presentation. This is our boat trip project on how electrical engineering equipment is protected from ocean-related phenomena by Ethan Sewell, Eric Liu, Jacob Pfeffer, and Ryan Elhajj. What is this project about? Protecting electrical equipment from oceanic environment. Protecting against saltwater, humidity, and extreme weather affects the equipment, and chemistry plays an important role due to corrosion, resistance, protective coatings, and material selection.
Hello, my name is Eric Liu, and I am the general manager of the group. I made sure we remembered when parts of the project needed to be finished in order to make the deadline for the deliverables. Ethan was a lead facilitator, and he made sure our group met at appropriate times and places by communicating with us clearly. Ethan also helped us deduce which hypotheses we needed to narrow down to. Ryan was our product manager. He helped write a lot of the information down and put together all the slides and deliverables to fulfill the identity of why and how we completed the project. Jacob was the research manager. He helped lead and facilitate most of the research and also cited the sources, in addition to making sure all our sources are credible and able to be used. So, what are our duties? What main problem we encountered was narrowing a good hypothesis to find a productive purpose. We overcame this problem by working together to compromise and doing research to figure out our goals. Our initial proposals brought many individual ideas together, like how electrical equipment is protected, how things are protected from salt water, how power is regulated near the coast, and how ERCOT keeps power lines from going down. We ended up deciding to have it about how electrical equipment near the ocean is protected from the various things that could interfere with it because it was the most general and easy to talk about.
So I'm Ryan, the product manager of this group. I'm just going to be going over a couple of pictures that we gathered from our previous research. So first order of business, we got the drawbridge from Pelican Island. It's located right under Pelican Island, across the way. And basically, these drawbridges must be protected in order for ship channels to run smoothly, obviously. They require multiple electrical panels, motor control equipment, and panel boards that must be implemented by specialists, obviously those electrical engineers and mechanical engineers. And it's vital for these bridges not to fail. However, there was an incident a couple years back when a ship unfortunately crashed into this very drawbridge, and it caused some structural damage that is still there right now. So that's obviously an issue. So next slide, we've got the USS Texas, which is a very important ship to American history. It served in World War I and World War II in the Vietnam War. And it's been a tourist attraction for many years now, but it's in dry dock right now being repaired. It's located right, if you go past the ship channel, past the drawbridge, it's located on those dry docks right there where all of them are, and some oil rigs. And according to Bloodworth Marine LLC, any system that is outdated, lacks components, or requires further system integration and engineer an efficient system that's easier to service and repair vessels. So this vessel, even if it's not in use, even if it's not being used for something in battle or just it needs to stay afloat, it needs repairs because it is an old ship, it's hundreds of years old, so it requires a lot of attention. So you can see why it's been in dry dock for quite a while now. So moving on our boat trip, we came across this very large oil rig on Pelican Island. It's just past the USS Texas. You can't miss it. It's a pretty big structure. And obviously these oil rigs speak for themselves. It's a vital aspect to a vital industry, the oil industry in America. And there are thousands of electrical and mechanical systems on the structure that ensure that they don't malfunction using certain measures, right? So according to Oilfield Equipment Connection, oil rigs are stabilized on the ocean due to buoyancy and have floating production system to stay afloat. So it's obvious that these oil rigs are such a vital part of our industry. So we do everything we can to keep them afloat, to keep them working, and to make the most product for our economy. And next up, we've got some power lines that are located on the main Galveston Bridge. So if you're crossing to Galveston Island, this is the big bridge. You can't miss it. It's got a train track and some power lines going across it. And Galveston is a big port, so there's obviously it needs power that goes through it. So that's why these are here. And obviously water and electricity do not mix. So it is vital that these power lines are well protected by the cables. So they have extremely thick metal to insulate them and make sure that they are protected. And they're built actually on the water with very thick layers of concrete to protect against underwater landslides and earthquakes. And next up, we've got some boat bumpers, just so boats don't crash into the Galveston Bridge. You can see where it's located.
Hi, I'm Ethan Sewell. I'm the lead facilitator for this thing, and I'm going to talk about the findings of our research. Our research or our resources portray ways in which property and assets near the oceans are protected from events such as hurricanes, storms, and boat accidents. There are various ways to protect electrical equipment from ocean-related phenomena. We discovered from the literature various methods of protecting equipment, like utilizing gaskets, as in gaskets and gasketed joints in the references, lightning rods, also in the references in the duly named lightning rods, and surroundings, like in how to build hurricane-proof cities, in the references, and the bumpers, like in the last picture from the locations. There aren't really any active scientific areas dedicated to solving the issue. It's mostly engineers like the ones in the project from Siemens Energy to supply the electrical equipment for the largest U.S. offshore wind project, that look at the locations of buildings and facilities they're creating and find the best ways to protect the assets of the building from water damage. This is mainly because of the issue of protecting electrical equipment only, or the issue of protecting electrical equipment only tangentially affects the marine environment.
And to finish it off, there are cases in which the electrical equipment, if damaged, can affect the environment. Like obviously open electricity plus water isn't good. However, this does not really occur often. That is why, from the literature that we researched, we believe that the best way to protect the electrical equipment is by utilizing gaskets, lightning rods, and the surroundings and bumpers like we previously mentioned and showed in the photos. And yeah, that's it.
Right.